My name Hiram Kamau. I'm a music producer and also an entrepreneur. I work with NatuRawKENYA. We're raw food alchemists. So we specialize in raw foods. Basically, we promote healthy living and, just knowing your foods and knowing how to work with them for them to work with your body, basically. So we have so many products, a range of products. We have raw cakes to raw ice creams. We have herbs. If you've ever heard about chaga, the mushroom, we extract some tea from chaga. It's actually known as the diamond of the forest. So we deal in also herbs and, basically there are also smoothies, there's snacks, what do I call them? Raw bars, like a fudge. You can get a raw fudge. You can get a raw bounty for those who know bounty chocolate. But basically everything revolves around raw foods. Then, of course, we have Jaba juice. Jaba juice is a sort of extract from the cat. Cat is a shrub that grows mainly here in Kenya. It's Meru and Embu, and so we're able to separate. We're able to put the chlorophyll on one side and the active ingredients on the other, and fuse them with real natural fruit juices. For example, we have Jaba lemonade, we have Jaba pineapple, we have Jaba dawa. We all know dawa and its properties. It's actually an immune booster. We use the word Jaba because it's coined in the street. You know what Jaba is. You know that strain of cat people call Mogoka has the name Jaba from the streets, and so we adopted it from there. And basically the whole mission is to inspire class in the world of cat consumption. And for many years we've all seen it being looked at as a grossy activity. Some people don't have that chewing culture, and we're looking at it as an innovation that would actually allow others to indulge more in consumption of the stimulant. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's what Jaba juice is. Among the arts, healthy living can be and is actually an art. Just knowing what to eat and how to eat it, relevant to your body and whatever it is that you're looking for, Sometimes depending on where we live or what we do, or, the kind of physique we have, we all have different needs in terms of foods, and healthy living becomes an art when you now look at it as you need to plan. You need to plan what to eat. And when you say you need to plan what to eat, it means you're also planning your source of food. What comes to mind is, how do I grow this food? How do I get a hold of these foods? And mostly we're talking about organic foods here. And so healthy living is an art in those ways. I was telling him we used to have a show where it was actually basically a show about the arts and entrepreneurship. And healthy living was one of the themes we covered in those events. And you'd find an artist come and do a mural or a painting of just good foods, and you see that orange and the way they've painted the orange and the mangoes and the bananas, and somehow you get inspired to grab some at the market because, they really looked good, and it looks good. Vile msame present kwa basket, the way a mother is carrying it from the market. And, you find people expressing good food in art. Or also themes like how you can make food your medicine and medicine your food. So you find that living long, and not only long, but long and healthy, And you know, performing in your daily activities depends a lot on what you eat. So directly, if you're an artist, whatever you eat also affects you. It affects how you think, your stress levels, you know, such things. So it's very easy to link art with actually what you eat. Long time ago, people used to live longer, and it can be attributed to what they used to eat. There was less contamination. There was, for lack of a better word, less experiments. Because I believe nowadays there are mass experiments, and they find their way into the household, you know, as food products. And the composition of food, it's made up of elements. We all know it's made up of elements, but how we combine those elements and consume them really matters to, okay, maybe probably how you look or how you function as a human being. And so it's quite a good idea to look at, you know, food in that kind of way. And yeah, there's more to, let's look at food as information. Yeah. Let's talk about genetics and DNA. So when you eat some foods that are, you know, there are foods that really alter your gene. Maybe they make you obese. And so if that gene becomes dominant in you, you're bound to pass it, you know, and there are so many things that come, so many diseases and malfunctions of the body that come with obesity. For example, the chaga mushroom I was talking about, it's a herb, it's a mushroom, it's one of the edible mushrooms, also known as the diamond of the forest. And that mushroom works on so many, you know, diseases and illnesses. In terms of, you know, a mushroom is said to have a lot of DNA from most of the plant kingdoms, you know. That's why they have those kind of benefits. The chaga mushroom is found on birch trees, mostly on birch trees, like a mogumo tree on the side, and it's sucking information from the tree. And it's that information that gets converted in the mushroom as a, you know, as a medicinal thing, rather than, you know, there are mushrooms for different purposes. But chaga in particular, if you have high blood pressure, it lowers. So if you're told if you have low, don't take chaga because it will lower more. It also treats arthritis, it reduces inflammation, it helps bowel movement, diabetics inasaidia pia, and it's a cleanser, you know. So there's a lot that revolves around food and who we are. Food actually defines us. Sometimes we even stereotype people from different communities and you link it to food. Yeah, because you can tell. What makes you tell this guy, I think, is from the coast, or this guy is from, you know, Western Kenya. But whatever is making you tell that is probably what they're eating. Yeah. Because if he ate different, sometimes you'd confuse you. You'd be like, are you from Central Kenya? No, I'm from the coast. No, you look like, no, I just lived there. Remember, the guy has been eating a lot of foods from that area, because also the environment shapes everything and how it looks around it. Yeah. You know, people from tropics really look different from people kutoka, you know, other areas. And it's because of the foods they're eating and the foods that grow around the tropics. Yeah. Because foods that grow where you are help you balance, you know, your elements in the body. So if you're from a place where your body has more of acidity, foods that neutralize that are more alkaline grow there, just to help you balance that. So if you're taken away from that environment, you know, you're given like those pellets, probably they don't take into consideration the acidity or alkaline levels of your body. So they're just feeding you to feed you, for you to survive. Originally, you'll be told that the stomach is the size of a thumb. But the more you eat, the more you expand it, and hence the more you say, I feel hungry. Because you have more space, you have a bigger, tummy. But have you ever noticed when you're very hungry, you haven't eaten for long hours, even eating becomes a problem because the stomach has shrunk. Yeah. But now how do you go about that is you work with water. If you're 70% water, when you take more water than foods and solids, I believe you tend more to your body than these other things, because these other things, the solids, you have to eat them, then it has to go separate. And it doesn't take everything. It's evident when you go to the loo that, like a very big portion of it was just, and that's when now things like itis come in, you've overeaten and you're overworking your tummy, so all the energy is being used there. You find yourself sleeping off. Yeah, because it takes a lot of energy to digest those foods. When you fast, your body tends to produce more white blood cells. Yeah, it's like jump-starts the immune system. Na hiyo period ya kufast, when the white blood cells are produced more, you get a better response in terms of nutrition for your body, and you don't really need, because I find 3 meals sometimes and then people eat heavy. Yeah? So you find the body, ile kazi umefanya mob physical ni digestion, because probably you work in an office, but you've eaten those 3 meals. Oh, it seems so MJ. So MJ na make sense. But kwa nyumba umekula hizo heavy. So you find yourself dozing off. After you can't really function, because most of the energy is being used to digest those foods. Now in the brain it's copper and what? It's copper and there's another element. That's what produces electricity. Yeah. For example, the menus we have will be themed in terms of the benefits of whatever combination of foods or fruits ziko hapo, unajua. Because sometimes there are veggies, there are some roots, carrots are roots. Sometimes you use the carrot leaves because they have the most content of vitamin A. Yeah, so if someone is really looking for vitamin A, you'd recommend maybe a smoothie that has carrot, and then theme that smoothie, maybe call it, I don't know, eyesight delight or something, you theme it according to what it's, the benefits. Yeah, so basically even this Jaba juice has chaga, a little bit of chaga extract, so it has some herbal properties. Some people have told me, hey, I took your Jaba juice, then I was doing some pain I had, you went, I was like, it's cool if it helped you like that. It's because of the chaga, portion that we also use in the production of it.